Chair. This public hearing is convened pursuant to Section 890 of the Local Government Act, RSPC 1996, to allow the public to make representation to council respecting matters contained in Town of the City Zoning Amendment Bylaw, excuse me, number 1085.90/2014, Town of the City Zoning Amendment Bylaw 1085.91/2014, and Town of the City Zoning Amendment Bylaw 1085.93/2014. Every person present who believes that their interest in property is affected by the proposed bylaws shall be given a reasonable opportunity to be heard respecting matters contained in the proposed bylaws. None of you will be discouraged or prevented from making your views known. However, it is important that you restrict your remarks to matters contained in the proposed bylaws. I apologize for not having sound on. Shall I continue? Okay. I could go back. We'll continue. When speaking, please proceed to the microphone and commence your remarks by clearly stating your name and address. If they wish, members of council may ask you questions following your presentation. However, the function of council at this public hearing is to listen to you rather than to debate the merits of the proposed bylaws. In accordance with the council procedure bylaw, presentations by members of the public shall be limited to a maximum of 5 minutes each. If a person has additional information that he is unable to provide within that time frame, he shall be given further opportunity to address council after all other interested members of the public have been heard a first time. Please refrain from applause or other expressions of emotion during this public hearing so that we may ensure as impartial a hearing as possible. After this public hearing is adjourned, council members will not speak to the public on this matter until after the matter has been dealt with at a public meeting. After this public hearing has concluded, council may, without further notice, give whatever effect council believes proper to the representations made at this hearing. Item number 2 is the confirmation of advertising and posting requirements. Notice of this public hearing was given in accordance with the Local Government Act and the Community Charter by distributing the notice as follows. In 2 consecutive editions of the Associates Times on October the 8th and October the 15th, 2014, placing the notice on the bulletin boards of in the Town Hall and Planning and Development Services Department on October the 8th, 2014, and posting on the town's website and distributed via e-news on October the 8th, 2014. At this point, I will ask if there are any members of the public that wish to make a presentation. For the second time, are there any public presentations? For the third time, are there any forthcoming public presentations? Hearing none. Hearing none, I declare this public hearing closed.
Did you want the director to read his summary?
No?
No.
No? No?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. It's been before council. This was the public hearing, asking for public input. So.
Okay. There was no letters received. Nobody was here to oppose or to applaud the bylaw amendments. So I think we can move on and ask you close this particular meeting and open a regular meeting and proceed to give in third reading to all 3 bylaws. I would add that in the case of the bylaw with the first one, business-friendly amendments to commercial off-street parking regulations, that you say something to the effect that dependent on the in cash and lieu payment being reduced from 10,000 to 3,000, which is a requirement from the last council meeting, but I don't see it's made its way into the actual bylaw itself. So if you approve it, subject to that caveat that it has to go from 10,000 to 3,000, not 6,000 as it states in here. Is that agreeable? Mm-hmm. That was the agreed change.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right. Okay.
So first off, I declared the public hearing closed. So we'll go back to that point. Now I would like to convene the the special meeting of Vesuvius Town Council. Councillor Rhodes.
If I might, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to suggest that we missed a step in declaring a lack of notice for the meeting.
Thank you. Well, we will as soon as we get it. I'm not there yet.
Oh.
So I have to open the meeting. Okay. I will open the meeting and then waive the declaration. So could I have the meeting open? Councillor Plant, Councillor Ryan. So now the meeting is open, and the first item of business would be to waive the special to waive the 24-hour notice for the special meeting. Councillor Rhodes, Councillor McCordoff, all in favor. That notice has been waived. Now we're looking at bylaw, zoning amendment bylaw 1085.90, zoning amendment bylaw 1085.91, zoning amendment bylaw 1085.93. And we are looking, I guess we should do these one at a time.
I would say so.
Okay, so let's go back to zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.90, 2014, business-friendly amendments to commercial off-street parking regulations. And of note, and included in this would be the waiving of the fee, the cost of the lot, to $3,000.
Right. The reduction of the in lieu parking payment from $10,000 to $3,000.
To $3,000.
Right.
Okay. And do we have that as a resolution then, Ms. Scott? Okay. So and that would be moved by Councillor Rhodes, who moved that originally. So we'll go with the people that we came with. And seconder was Councillor Plant. So we have that before us, and this would be for third reading.
Correct.
All in favor? Opposed? That is given third reading, moving forward to adoption at our next regular council meeting.
That is absolutely correct.
Thank you. Then zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.91. This is amendments to multifamily R7 and the residential zone. Moving that forward for third reading. Councillor Ryan, McCordoff. Any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And finally, zoning amendment bylaw number 1085.93, 2014. Excuse me. Renumbering of zoning bylaw provisions for medical marijuana grow operations, MMGOs. This is actually a bookkeeping policy. Could we move that forward for third reading? Councillor Rhodes, McCordoff. Any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Also given third reading and moving forward for adoption at the next regular meeting of Vesuvius Town Council. There being no further business, I will look for a motion to adjourn.
So
Councillor Ryan Plant, all in favor? We're adjourned. Good evening.